Oh, the biggest misconception of tattooers and tattooing is probably that we party a lot and we're rock stars.
Probably that everybody is a millionaire and a rock star.
Ex-convicts, they're convicts, they're bikers, they're bad people in general, which is the total opposite, you know?
They think that either you are a sailor, or you were in prison, or you are a biker, or a chef.
That we all have greasy motorcycles in our living room and Farrah Fawcett posters on the wall.
A big stereotype for tattooers that's usually not true is they've been to prison before, or you ever been to prison, that type of stuff. Some people don't look at this as an art, they look at it as like a street hobby.
That we're mean, that we're rock stars, and that we don't care about people. Number one, we do. We care about our clients, people that come in. We help people all the time. It's quite the opposite, honestly. People that are tattooed, to me, are just one of the nicest people and humble. And we get to share our knowledge amongst each other.
I don't smoke, not even cigarettes. I don't drink even coffee. We had a normal life like everyone.
Tattoos come from rough and ready bikers, kind of like the assumption that we're in some way up to no good.
That we are always connected to some sort of crime, or mob or stuff like that.
We don't sleep and we date models, and we just live that life. Half the time, I'm in bed by 9, and if I'm not, I will stay up till like 2 or 3, but it's because I'm sitting there drawing at my house by myself.
The biggest misconception about tattooers is that we're big-time partiers.
Fuck, I don't know, man. A lot of them are true. I mean, it just depends on the tattooer you're picking out,
Yeah, I feel like people shouldn't underestimate us. They should appreciate where we're at in our journey, I guess, and accept us for that. And because with a kid, you're going to give a little bit of lenience to them, and I feel like that's what the tattoo industry is we're growing into it, and we're learning, and we're developing ourselves, and I don't want people to underestimate us. Just give us time.
There's a lot of tattoo artists that I know and that I look up to that are ultra professional. They're very business-minded. They have other interests outside of tattooing.
I think it's not true that all tattooers are rich and rock stars. It's a job like any job else. So
The crazy party animals and the drugs all night and the living this famous rock star life. Tattooing is turning into a fine art almost, and it's building a lot of class.
Big misconception, they're like, oh man, you're a tattooer, you got money. No, I got money because I saved my money. Now there are some people that make a fantastic living at doing it, but they've busted their ass to get that way. That's a big misconception.
I'm a good example, Of course I have those fancy ones, but I think maybe it's not only in Germany, but you have to have a tattoo to be a good artist. I think that's one of those things. Look at Boris, he has not too much tattoos, and he's a genius.
They could be just some of the nicest people I've ever met, But it just goes for everybody, There's nice people in the world, and there's not so nice people,
The tattooers that I know, and the ones that I respect, and the ones that I love, are some of the hardest working individuals that I've ever seen. And when you see us sitting in that chair and we're working on you, that's not everything that goes behind it. It wasn't the practice painting that we did before, or the iPad sketch that we did with some color reference and stuff like that, because if it's a good sized tattoo, we have hours in it before you ever see it.
The more you push yourself and the more you want to get up to these guys' levels, the less things you actually start doing just because you don't have the time for it. There's not enough hours in a day. If you want to get to that level, it's not
just strictly talent. It's a lot of work to do it.
Most tattooers who take their career seriously and want to go places, go to work an extremely long day. There's no 9 to 5 involved. You're working 10, 12, 15-hour days, if not longer, between design and art time, prep time, tattoo time, customer relations time. This is the ultimate customer relation industry. You know, this is customer service at its finest. There's not days off unless you want to upset people. There's not being off the clock unless you want to upset people. It's a lot of work.
And we're good tippers, you know? We get tips, so you know, in turn, we tip good at hotels, at the bar, at restaurants and stuff, and that's another thing they love about us. We're probably the best tippers of any group, convention group, you know, anywhere, you know, I think.